What's up, YouTube? This is Two Raw Forward TV. So, of course, we all have affinity for the great defenders of the past, the great shot blockers like Kembe Mutombo, Mark Eaton, the great, uh, passing lane terrors, like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, the great one-on-one defenders, like Gary Payton, Dennis Johnson, and the list goes on and on. But we got to admit, offense is what sells the game. And every year, there's one guy that does it better than everybody else, you know. And we've had some very close scoring championships, scoring battles, I guess I should say, that come to mind. 1994 was very close between eventual winner David Robinson and Shaquille O'Neal. 1998 was the closest scoring battle Michael Jordan ever had. He only edged out Shaq by zero point 0.4 points, 28.7 to 28.3, if I'm not mistaken. 1970, I believe 1977-78 is the closest scoring battle we've ever had between Skywalker, David Thompson, and George Gervin. That scoring battle was decided on the last day of the season. You know, the last day, David Thompson scored 73 points against the Detroit Pistons, including 53 in the first half. George Gervin needed 58 to overtake David Thompson for the scoring title. He wound up getting 63. I believe it was against the New Orleans Jazz at that time. We've had some close scoring contests in recent years. Um, this one might be extra special because right now, with fewer than 20 games remaining, we have three contenders for the scoring title. Joel Embiid, who is the current leader, who only scored 22 points last night in a 17-point loss to the Miami Heat. He's sitting at 29.5 points per game. In second place right now is LeBron James, who poured in an amazing 56 points last night in a victory against the Golden State Warriors. He sits at 29.4 points per game. And third, and literally just fractions behind LeBron James at 29.4, is Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. They played tonight. Um, there's a good chance that for the first time in some 20-something years, a front court player will lead the league in scoring. All right? It's a good chance it might be Giannis, it might be Embiid. Or there's a good chance that LeBron James could set some records here. If LeBron James wins the scoring title, he'll be the first Laker since Kobe Bryant back in 2006, 2007 to lead the NBA in scoring. He'll also become, at age 37, the oldest man ever to lead the NBA in scoring, surpassing Michael Jordan, who was 35 when he won his final scoring title in 1997-98. And another record that he will set, he would become, he would have, how can I say this, the longest span between scoring titles in the history of the game. I believe he led the league in scoring the 2007-2008 season. I believe he averaged over 30 points a game that year. That was 14 seasons ago. I don't think there's ever been, I'm pretty sure of it, there's never been that long a span between scoring titles. Now there is another guy out there that could potentially get in the mix. That's Kevin Durant, but I don't think he'll qualify for amount of games played. I don't think he will. Even if he plays the rest of the season every game, I think he'll fall short upon qualification. I'm not certain about that, but I know these three guys are there. This is going to be one of the dopest scoring races that we've seen in quite some time. If I had to favor one of these guys, I would favor LeBron James. And I'll tell you why. I think James Harden is going to cut into Joel Embiid's scoring as the season progresses. Giannis is not as driven by individual awards. He's not as aggressive in a scorer as LeBron is. Yes, he's averaging 29 points a game, but he could be averaging more. Giannis isn't the guy that demands the basketball all the time. He lets the game come to him. Um, so I'm not so certain that he's going to move too much as far as the scoring average. LeBron, on the other hand, this season is a lost cause. Yes, they won last night, but this season is pretty much a lost cause. They're still 28 and 35. Um, as you could see last night, LeBron was flexing and celebrating when they were down by double digits. Why? Because he's on a mission to show that he is still the man. It's individual with LeBron James. That doesn't get called out enough, but it's about him. And because of that self-centeredness, I think he's going to lead the league in scoring. But tell me what you guys think. And watch somebody take that as a shot. It's the truth. He's not. I mean, the team, they suck. So you might as well just play for individual awards from his perspective.